We're gonna pull up and park. I am so blessed to have cover for both Roman and Rita because I can feed them and they can actually stay dry while they eat. I know Rita loves that. This here's kind of worrisome. This morning when I left, I put out food for Sadie, and it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon and she has not eaten. Sweetie? Oh. Well, that's even more troubling because she's not been inside here neither. Sadie! Come on! So, in case you guys don't know the layout of our property, there's 25 acres, there's 5 acres, there's 25 acres that no one lives on. All of these pastures here and woods are being leased, but no one lives there. So I don't worry about her running off to anyone's house. There is a truck rest stop over there, but she's never wandered anywhere. I am lucky to have the John Deere so I can drive around and do my looking for Sadie even while it's pouring rain. All right, so I do not see Sadie anywhere around here. It is really coming down out here, guys. I think what I'll do is just go ahead and go around the back side over here and then come up the fence line. Cows look all snug. We got quite a bit of water coming down our dry creek right now also. Well, I say dry creek, it's not very dry right now, that's for darn sure. Passing along Gary's Grove, and there's no sign of Sadie over here. The thing is, in this storm, if she's scared of the thunder or of the lightning, I would have thought that she would have came in either into her little room or she would have gone underneath the RV. Those are the two places where I normally will find her, like in storms. But the fact that she hasn't even eaten her food this morning is very alarming to me because I don't know why she would not have had her food. Quite a bit of water pushing down through the creek. And I know you probably can't see much because it's very fogged up. The front window has a defroster, defogger, but I can't do anything for my side windows, friends. Sorry. It's not raining real hard. It's just a light drizzle. But sometimes Sadie will come over here and lay in this tree line whenever the cows are on the pasture. We've seen her do that a lot. But I don't see her anywhere through here. Lex and I are going to take the night. Hold on, you forgot that blanket.
Oh yeah.
Go get that blanket. It's cold. So we're going to take the side-by-side out and have a look with the thermal. These are the thermal monoculars. Look around for Sadie. And you guys can come with us. What you see in the air is a lot of mist. It's foggy and just kind of misty rain, which I'm actually happy about that because we don't have any fireworks going off tonight. And the more moisture, obviously, people are not out popping fireworks in this mess. So Lex and I are driving around. He's using the monocular. And I would say that these monoculars are really cool because we're picking up all kinds of signatures. We spotted rabbits. Of course, we've seen all the cows, horses, the neighbors' cows and horses. And they're just really, really neat. You like them? I'm trying not to get too many bumps until he has it up to his eye. So I'll show you right here. This is the screen door. And let me open them both and I'll show you how this works. So this is the screen door. And this is the spot where Sadie broke out the night when all the fireworks were going off. She just went right to that corner and I guess she was scratching her bite and just popped the whole thing out. And then down she goes. And of course I was outside checking on the other animals. And then I heard her. And I looked and saw her coming down and I'm like, oh, that girl. And my concern at the time was she's scared. She wanted to be close to me. And instead, she ended up running off where I thought she'd probably go to her barn area. But she did not go to the barn area. And then today we left out food, hoping she would come back by throughout the day to eat, and didn't do that. And she hasn't been to the barn area over there either. I just now put out a couple of other snacks, some turkey and a couple of pieces of cheese, hoping that if she comes by, she'll eat something. But we've not seen her since last night. And so you guys who were with me on the live today, I talked about the number of times I've circled around the rest stop over in that direction. And I've also messaged my pastor, and he'll talk about it at church tomorrow and ask all of his congregation if they've had a chance to see her. Tomorrow is Sunday, my Sunday. I'm not sure what day you'll see this video on. And then the only other thing that we can do, she does have a chip. People don't understand how chips work. Let's just say that the vet was to take and insert a chip into, if I was going to insert a chip into his skin, it's like, like a tiny Tic Tac inside of his skin. It does not give off the signal like a GPS. So you can't like press a Find My Phone app. There's not going to be an app to find my dog. The chip can only be found if the dog, in fact, is located and someone takes a chip reader and they scan across that dog like a metal detector, and all of a sudden, beep, 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 and they scan it, and you will get a digital readout of what that chip says. And that chip will say who the dog belongs to, a phone number, all of those things. But we don't have that GPS that you guys keep saying. Call the chip company. Contact the chip company. They'll tell you where she's at. Guys, I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. You don't understand how chips work. It's only going to work if someone has a chip reader, and she can only go if someone finds her and takes her in. For them to read her chip is the only way they're going to let us know they have our dog. So I think that as of right now, our plan is to have the pastor talk about it tomorrow at his church and just let his congregation know that those who live in this area that we're looking for our dog. And then we will do the Facebook groups. As soon as Jamie comes back, she'll know how to do all of that. And then on Monday, I will be, I guess, calling the animal control. And then we'll get them a picture. I'll also swing by the truck stop tomorrow with some pictures. And besides that, we're just going to keep calling, y'all. We're going to keep calling and driving around and calling. You can still hear the fireworks off in the distance. They're not as close now as what they were. So I know that poor baby is just probably spooked. And whenever an animal gets spooked, they sometimes, that flight or fight sets in and they just run. But I will say this, that she's nowhere on this property. We've looked over this entire property, under every trailer, in every nook and cranny. We've driven, Lex and I drove it tonight with the thermal. I drove it with the tractor, and she's nowhere on this property, and she's not come back to eat. And I would have thought that by now she would at least have been getting hungry to come back to eat. So we have our fingers crossed, and we're doing all that we can, and we love her. You guys keep your animals close during these next several days of fireworks and all this nonsense, because it really does take a toll on your babies. Thank y'all for watching, and we're going to try to do our best to find her, y'all.